Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the previous episode, we spent a lot of money, but because of that, we managed to get some prisoners quite early on in this series. It's normally something we don't do. We normally wait till sort of episodes 5, 6, 7-ish, although it depends on the type of prison we're making and the prisoners, you understand, but it's very early for us to see that in this one. But at least we've got them in there, and you can see that they are now working. We have, I think the majority of people have jobs. Let me just double check here. Let's go over to our logistics and prison labour. We have a total of 3 prisoners assigned to this workshop. Well, technically we have 20 assigned, but only 3 are qualified, so they're working there. So we've got 3 there, we've got 2 over here, that's 5. We've got a total of 14 there, 19, 20, 21 prisoners have jobs out of the total of 28. So that's actually a very good ratio. We do have parole. Looks like this person is going through parole. I'll see what they've only got, served 0.8 years of 1 year. Okay, that's fine. In terms of estimated reoffending chance, 42%. They won't make parole, but anyway, they're going to head off. So what we need to do in this episode is continue on. We are building this other dormitory, so that will increase our prisoner capacity to 56, which means we get this grant done. The raised prisoner capacity to 50. We are producing license plates, we're currently up to 10%, so that's fine. We've only produced the 3, but at least we're producing them. We also have this inmate nutritional research, but there's one thing that we are missing out on, and as you can see, the common room is up here. It's fine, it's working, but what we don't have, which we really do need, is an area where we can have, well, basically we need a infirmary, and the reason we need an infirmary is if we look around. Actually, I didn't notice it there. I noticed it though in the programs. Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction and alcoholics group therapy. The latter we don't really care too much about at this point. Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, that is a problem because it means that there's 2 people here that may overdose, and we have no way to treat them. I'm not concerned about any fighting and having to heal people because the chances are that's not going to happen. It's a lower chance, although people might start dying because of, well, lack of food and standards of hygiene because there's cabbages and potatoes on the floor. Anyway, we've also got this toilet, but there you go. At least it's getting used, as you can see, so that's good. There's a 20 grand grant completion payment, which I have no idea what that was. Oh, that'll be the dormitory. So the dormitory is now built. Let's go over to foundation building brick, and what we're going to do is build this thing back here, which obviously eventually will become a workshop, but it will temporarily become our infirmary because we do need one. We do need one. There's Simon Fletcher going through parole. As you can see, they have served 2.7 years out of 5, and estimated reoffending chance is 48%. So not great. We do have the utilities all planned in here. Hang on, have I placed the wrong utilities because I'm a massive idiot? That's exactly what's happened there. Well done. Thank you very much. Okay, let me go back over to utilities and dismantle utility. In fact, what I will do is cancel all those utilities, and yeah, we'll go to dismantle all of that, and dismantle all of these. We don't need to dismantle it, but I think we will just because it's just going to look a bit garbage otherwise. And we'll actually put some pipe work in rather than the actual thing that we placed. Hang on, there we go, and then that should actually now have water connected to it. Okay. A slight oversight on my part, I do apologise. Looks like the cleaning gang is coming to clean everything up in here. There is a 10 grand advanced payment for, I believe it will be, I believe that will be, where is it? Going over to, carpentry apprenticeship. We might as well start that. You don't need to have multiples, do you? Yes, apparently you do, even though, schedule all. No. Why does it require 2? 5 places, 5 sessions. So someone will be working elsewhere, probably. I have no idea why it's like that. I'm just going to run 1. Anyway, so what we're looking at. Grants. Grants, we can see that prison manufacturing facility, yes, produce 30 license plate. We've now done that. We're going to go for governmental security ratings because we've already built half of it anyway, being all the dog kennel and stuff, and those are the wrong direction. I'm going to have to rotate those round Oh wait, no I don't, because it'll probably just go the wrong way anyway. We've got Cell Block C, we've got Carpentry Apprenticeship Programme. We might as well go for Carpentry Apprenticeship Programme because we've already got a couple of people working on it. In fact, if we go back over to programmes, we can put another one in there and work on that. So once this is built, we will... Oh, where are you off to? Right, that wasn't... That's as subtle as a brick to the face. Let me go to search prisoner, because they've obviously just come over here to get something flung over the wall, and let's see if they've got anything dodgy on them. What a surprise, a cell phone. In terms of our supply and demand, you can see that there is quite a bit of demand for weapons, strangely. I don't know why, because it's a safe place. Tools... Now, there is a very high demand because it's very easy to escape. Narcotics and luxuries, you've got probably... a decent... You've actually got... looks like supply is outstripping demand for luxuries. Narcotics, it's lagging a little bit behind. But it's still on the go there. What I'm going to do is go over to Bureaucracy and unlock Armory, Surveillance, Education and Legal. There we go, because we're going to need all them eventually anyway. And we've got 40 grand, so more than enough to continue on. So we will receive a total of 30 prisoners tomorrow. We have had a couple of prisoners leave. That's simply because of the parole and such. I'm concerned at the amount of sick that's on the ground. So there is obviously some sort of, not overdose, but there's obviously some sort of drug stuff going on here. So I'm just keeping an eye. Was it him? I thought he just sicked up there, or was it just right near him? Normal, good mood, suppressed, well fed. Nothing in there. Okay, fine. Well, we're not going to concern ourselves too much with that because we are going to have an infirmary. And I was going to place a tiled wall actually because I thought, oh, it's an infirmary, it needs a tiled wall. No, it doesn't, because this is a temporary place only. We'll place 5 in there. That'll do the job quite nicely. Hopefully we'll be sorted there. So it looks like this workshop is getting its deliveries. We still haven't filled this workshop, although I'm very hesitant to do so. Now that we know that these prisoners are not really too keen on working in a workshop, I don't really see much of a point in it. Anyway, what I'm going to do is go over to our regime here, and we will change it so that we have free time. Actually, you know what, work free time. Let's put a bit more extra there. Might as well get them working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 hours of work / free time. And our policy is to low quantity and low variety. Not as I did it before, no variety. You do want it low and low. It does specifically say low. Single low quantity, low variety meal for 2 days. So we are now working on that. We haven't hired any more chefs. There's no point in getting any more cooks at all because we've got people working here. We do, however, need to hire some more guards. We're going to increase our capacity to 22. We do want eventually to get some armed guards just for the grading, you understand, but they're not going to leave this. They're not going to leave the place anyway, because what we'll do is make this armory or something, which, to be fair, if that was the case, we should probably put a staff door on it. So you can see we've got a big intake there in terms of informants. Oh, okay, okay. So, warden, incoming call. Water pipe has burst and flooding the area. Fix it before the damage is too severe. Yeah, that's leaking. Okay, let's sort that out. So, large pipe, and then prioritise that because it's going through the metal detectors, and I don't think metal detectors really care about submersion. There's that now fixed. What was quite concerning is that we've got ex-law enforcement, we've got snitch, and we've got an unknown trait. That person, however, apparently is getting targeted. They've got an unknown trait. I have no idea why they would be targeted in such a way. Because I honestly can't ever remember seeing that. No, I can't. They are getting targeted, but we've got no CIs to know about this, and we don't know what their traits are, and we don't know of a trait that would cause them to be targeted in here. Snitch and 2 ex-law enforcements. Huh. Okay. we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, serving single low quantity, low variety meal for 2 days. That is on the go. We had some dingling noises there, which means hopefully we can make an armory in here. Weapons rack, guard table, locker. I'm going to place 2 guard lockers. That's all I need to place. It doesn't even need to be a legal room. All I need to do is increase my capacity because it's currently 0 out of 0. And once those have been built like so, I can hire 1, 2. That is people assigned. We've got a deployment and patrol 1, 2. That's the grant completed. I will get rid of those and then get rid of the planning and then promptly fire them. So staff. Armed guards, 1 and 2, you're gone. Right. That was solely for just us getting that grant completed, you see. We don't have any intention, really, of keeping armed guards around the place. If we choose to upgrade the prison to a higher level of prisoner, higher classification, then we'll revisit that decision. We might have some people in here. Speaking of people, we do need to assign guards, because guards are people after all in here, and they're going to watch over the other people, who are the prisoners, who are after all scum, but still people. We shouldn't be so judgmental. Character flaw. Anyway, so that's now on the go. We do have people working over here. You can see this is prisoner number 2262791, Jasmine Clarence Chavez, and they are a computer engineer hacking a banking system. However, they're being drunk and disorderly, served a year for that, and then perjury. In terms of their experience, you can see they are going through the carpentry apprenticeship program. They've only done, I think it's like 1/5 of the total thing, and success chance is quite low. And was someone escorted here? Yeah, look at that. Ah, it's him as well. I thought I saw him sick up in that dormitory. Okay. Steve, the Chef Johnson, prison number 2262520, driven mad by the use of methamphetamines and from a wife who would not engage in sexual congress. Steve turned to murder. Okay. Apparently he earned the name from the media after he won a cooking contest using human meat. Don't you just love people who make their own little stories and put it in there? Horrible. Right, so they were overdosing there. I don't know if you noticed that, but that was exactly what that's what was going down there, which is why I wanted to build this infirmary in the first place, because we didn't have that, we wouldn't have been able to treat that overdose. So it's important that we got that. Excellent. Okay, so we can go for another grant. We are 31% through our inmate nutritional research. We can go for tool cleanup, and we'll go for crackdown on drugs too, because we are going to do a full shakedown tonight. Remember, we've recently received a lot of prisoners, so it's important that we do that. I think it's also important that we start thinking about putting some flooring in. There's an early prisoner release, and we're also getting 1,922 per day. But I mean, if this was a medium risk facility, we'd get a hell of a lot more than that. Let's go over to Bureaucracy and see, do we need body armor and tasers? Not really, but is there a downside? Tasers allows your armed guards to carry tasers. That's not correct because... Oh, sorry, that is correct. Taser rollout is where everybody else gets it. My mistake. So, once the fired... need now to recharge. Okay, but it doesn't say it applies a negative modifier or a suppression effect. Body armor. Handed out to armed guards, and dog handlers. Can absorb damage during a fight, but your guards will move slower. Protection is 50%, movement penalty minus 30. Well, penalty 30 rather, but it's minus 30 movement speed essentially. So it's actually not really of any benefit for us to have that, because it hasn't kicked off and hopefully it won't. Realistically, the only chance, not the only chance, but the likelihood of it booting off is low, and it'll probably only happen when we find a tunnel and people start running away and we have to suppress them with a baton. So it might be worth eventually doing a taser rollout to stop the prisoners, but they're not normally going to fight back because they're low risk and their preference is to run rather than fight. We've just we haven't removed the supply of stolen tools, but we have found a lot of things. Let me just go over to our found in the last 24 hours. You can see that there is a lot of stuff being thrown in. most of it will have been smuggled or thrown, I would imagine. Yeah, look at that. Traded, smuggled, thrown, yeah. There's a grant completion bonus, which was... Oh, that was remove stolen tools. We're going to go for crackdown on drugs, find 10 illegal narcotics. That should be quite simple with this place pretty much being open to the elements in terms of contraband, so that's a thing. Let's just double check our programs. We can see that. Workshop safety induction. Nobody... starting. It does say there are people willing to work there. Oh, no, those are just... What? Are they training? Just says working. And more people working there. Yes, so there is some training there. So that's good. Carpentry apprenticeship is on the go too, which is excellent. Oh, well, actually not on the go at the moment, but it will be eventually. Foundation education program, several people interested, so that's good. I think we are probably best expanding earlier, sooner rather than later. If we expand up north, for example, we can build the classroom, chapel, all that sort of stuff. I think it's probably for the best. Okay, right. I think we will probably do that, but after we put the flooring in, because, quite frankly, we want to be a bit different. Normally we don't put the flooring in until right near the end of the series, and we can place this in now. So there's some new stuff. We've got snow, which... outdoor only, what a surprise. We've got the iron floor, cargo floor, and checkered floor. So I'm going to use the checkered floor probably for the kitchen and the canteen, just because it's different to what we usually have. So we'll place that in here and all the way along to there. And it's not terribly expensive. In fact, it's the same as the white tiles, so hopefully it'll look pretty good. For the entranceway, we will use some fancy tiles. We'll put the fancy tiles there, and I think that'll be probably the same for all of this. So the common room, the warden's office, all of the offices, they'll all be nice fancy tiles. For the storage, we will see probably a cargo floor would realistically be what we're going to go with. Fancy tiles will go there, they'll go there, they'll go there, and they'll go there. And I think what we'll do is have a concrete tile there. So there's all that place. And okay, that is extremely difficult to look at. But it's okay. It's different. I quite like it. We're going to do something similar around here. Parole will have wooden floor. The cleaning cupboard will probably go with... Oh, actually, we'll go with iron floor in here, because that'll be different too. We're just trying out some of the new tiles, you see. Fancy tiles will go there and there. For the laundry, I am a fan of the ceramic tiles, but I mean, that's just £2,000 to do that bit there. But I'm going to place it in nonetheless. And I think we'll do the same in here. For here, we'll go for white tiles there. And then the rest of it, I think we'll just go with... Marble doesn't seem to be the right choice. What seems to be the right choice in here? Not metal. What's the cargo floor look like? Oh, I like the cargo floor. Let me get a guard in there. Let's see what that looks like properly. Oh, so cargo floor randomly places these extra tile bits on. So you've got your sort of hazard black and yellow stripes, and then you've also got like a bit around there, and also like a vent. I really like that. That's cool. That's certainly gonna be our workshop flooring. It would be rude not to. And it's also quite reasonable. 20 grand. Yeah. Concrete tiles on there and there. And obviously we'll build one here as well. And there. And then it just leaves this. I'm tempted to use mosaic. I think mosaic. And this, because of all this, is going to become one of the most colourful facilities we've made. Right. So, currently sleep time. I'm going to wait just a little bit of time for everybody to get back, and then I'll do a shakedown again, because we need to find one more illegal narcotic. And shakedown. There's a couple of things that we haven't yet done. We haven't done tunnel search. Suspect escape attempt is afoot. Order your guards to search behind all toilets. I haven't activated that yet. I've also got a guard response. The way guard response works, I'll show you in a moment. Looks like that grant is completed, so that's fine. So we can see, max sec, no. Reform to education initiative, yes, we'll go for that one. And, oh yeah, that cargo floor is really good. I like that. I like that. Okay, so there's that shakedown. I'll show you the tunnel search is quite simple. It just searches all of the toilets, and we want to be doing this probably every other night. I don't think it's unreasonable to do that. Guard response is interesting because you just click guard response and then you click on a place, and any guard in close proximity to where you've requested the response will head there. See that? So it's only, I think it's about 10 tiles. Nearby guards, it says. So if I click there, it's only those 2. If I click there, it's those 4. It looks like to be sort of between 5 and 10 tiles where it calls them, but it's not going to call them from like the other end of the map. It won't do anything like that. Right, so I think we will leave it there. Good progress once again. We've got 85 grand. We have 2,183 generic units of currency coming in per day, so we can happily keep this going. We do want to... Oh, and that's also not accounting for the prisoners that are leaving through the parole, as well as for their intake as well. So that's good. We are making license plates, so that's getting sold, which I guess it'll be in there as well. So, yeah, good money. We do need to train more people up. We do need to see if we can get this carpentry apprenticeship done. But overall, I think we need to expand. I'm planning on expanding to the north, and we'll plan off some more dormitories. We'll have to get rid of all this extra section here, build up, and plan the permanent rooms, which will be in no particular order. It'll be permanent common room, it'll be permanent chapel, probably move the parole or maybe add another one, a classroom certainly, and then you've got things like library and all that sort of stuff. But up here, it's probably just going to be common room, chapel. Yeah, common room, chapel, and not too sure what the other one would be. And there's our grant done, by the way. Probably classroom. Oh, we also do need eventually to put some solitary in, because at the moment, as you can see, it's all just punishment lockdown. So we'll need to do that. So we're going to change the eat, so it's eat there and then eat there. We will change the middle one to lock up, and we are back to normal for medium and medium, and obviously that's going to massively decrease our cash flow. Actually, not too much, 1,600 still coming in there. So there we are. Not a bad bit of progress, I don't think. At least we are cracking on building the rest of this. Next episode, I will buy this bit of land, because we have 101,000 generic units of currency, more than enough to build what we need, and then we will go ahead and... I think we'll go ahead and expand, plan, and most likely at least get some of it built, because we're not really focused on building any more dormitories for the time being. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.